Beautiful Libra, the message for June 4th and 5th, 2026, carries powerful signs meant especially for you. Over these next 2 days, the universe seems to open a quiet path toward deeper self-awareness and emotional freedom. The changes you have been moving through recently are no longer sitting beneath the surface, and the heaviness that once kept your energy paused is finally beginning to loosen. A new chapter is unfolding now, one where your independence, your voice, and your inner balance begin guiding the direction of your life in a much clearer way. As June 4th unfolds, you may find yourself reflecting on everything recent experiences have taught you, both the beautiful moments and the difficult ones. The energy surrounding you speaks of renewal, encouraging you to release outdated expectations and reconnect with what genuinely brings peace to your heart. You may feel drawn to step back from constant demands or emotional pressure so you can hear yourself more clearly again. Some people around you may not immediately understand this shift, but it is becoming necessary for your growth and emotional well-being. In relationships, whether emotional or platonic, hidden truths begin rising gently to the surface. If certain connections have felt emotionally uneven, these energies encourage you to remember your value and stop carrying all the weight alone. This is not about blame or resentment, but about restoring balance where too much has been given without enough care in return. Honest conversations may open the door to healing, understanding, and a deeper sense of emotional honesty between you and others. If you are single, allow the past to soften its hold on you. The universe may be preparing to bring someone into your life who connects with the person you are becoming now, not the version of yourself you once had to be for others. Professionally, momentum begins shifting as fresh opportunities appear more clearly in front of you. The energy of the magician surrounds your efforts, helping align you with projects, goals, or work that reignites your motivation and reminds you of your purpose. By June 5th, certain changes could begin moving faster than expected, so trust your instincts as events unfold. Your intuition feels sharper now, helping you make decisions with more confidence and emotional clarity than before. A more stable phase is beginning to take shape, one where your dedication and quiet strength are finally recognized by the people around you. Continue honoring your worth, because others are beginning to notice the determination that has carried you through so much already. Spiritually, you are entering a deeply transformative cycle. Your inner strength is becoming steadier and brighter, helping you move through challenges with grace, patience, and resilience. These days mark the beginning of a powerful emotional reset as old fears and insecurities slowly release their grip, creating room for greater joy, abundance, and peace. This transformation is not about becoming someone different, but about returning to the truth of who you have always been beneath the noise and pressure. Trust this period of renewal with an open heart, because something meaningful is continuing to unfold for you. I also want to remind you that this message is general, so certain parts may connect more strongly with your situation than others. If something resonates deeply within you, receive it as guidance meant for this moment in your life. And if something does not align, allow it to pass naturally. Every person walks through different experiences and emotional seasons, so listen with openness and allow your intuition to lead you where it needs to. Never forget that your choices still belong to you, and you remain the one shaping your own path forward. Thank you for spending this time here with me today. Stay with me through the rest of this video, because the energies moving around you over these next 2 days carry important messages connected to love, health, finances, and family. Before we continue, I also want to share your lucky numbers and your lucky color for this period. And if this message speaks to you, don't forget to leave a like, because your support truly means a lot and encourages me to keep creating these videos with care and intention each day. Your lucky numbers for June 4th and 5th are 23 and 17. Try keeping these numbers close to your awareness throughout the next 2 days, because they may quietly align you with positive opportunities and meaningful coincidences. If you feel drawn to use them in a game, decision, or even something simple during your day, trust that instinct and allow yourself to move with that energy naturally. Your lucky color for this period is pastel pink, a shade that carries softness, emotional calm, and a sense of inner balance that feels especially important now. Wearing this color or surrounding yourself with it may help bring clarity, harmony, and a gentler emotional rhythm into your day. It also carries an energy that naturally lifts your presence, helping you feel more centered and confident in the way you move through the world. There are moments when your mind begins overflowing like a river after heavy rain, carrying thoughts, expectations, desires, and emotional demands not only for yourself, but for everyone around you. Over these next couple of days, you may notice a growing inner pressure that makes you crave more understanding, reassurance, or reciprocity from others. This longing for emotional balance can become exhausting if you are not careful with it. Remember that people often give what they are capable of in the moment, even when it does not fully match the depth of what you hope to receive. Sometimes we also overextend ourselves emotionally, trying so hard to create harmony that we lose sight of what truly matters. The lesson here is to notice what is already present in your life with gratitude, instead of focusing only on what still feels absent. It becomes very easy to believe that fulfillment will finally arrive once other people change or behave differently. Yet the deeper truth unfolding here is much quieter and far more peaceful than that. Real contentment begins when you stop measuring every emotional exchange and allow yourself to recognize the beauty already living inside ordinary moments. A sincere conversation, a shared smile, or a silent understanding between two people can hold more meaning than grand promises ever could. If you allow yourself to soften toward these smaller gestures, you may begin discovering a different kind of harmony within your relationships and within yourself. Keep your heart open to the unexpected blessings moving around you during this time. An unplanned message, a thoughtful act, or even a surprising financial opportunity may arrive in a way that feels strangely aligned with your path. Accept what comes with humility rather than needing every answer immediately, because gratitude strengthens the spirit in ways fear never can. These energies move gently across your inner world, like waves touching hidden places along the shore. Libra, emotions that have quietly remained beneath the surface are beginning to rise into awareness now. The universe seems to be guiding you toward an honest and meaningful moment, most likely through a conversation or connection that already holds deep importance in your heart. Something emotionally significant feels ready to be revealed between you and someone whose presence has carried lasting weight in your life. As Mercury begins its retrograde cycle, the atmosphere around you becomes filled with reflection, hidden realizations, and shifts happening beneath appearances. This period may feel like a quiet sign from the universe, reminding you that your efforts, prayers, and emotional endurance have not gone unseen. A meaningful transformation is already unfolding, especially in areas connected to love, personal healing, and abundance. Even if certain things still appear uncertain right now, trust that unseen pieces are arranging themselves for your highest good. The moon's energy shines softly across your path, illuminating fears, illusions, and emotional doubts that may have been lingering in silence. Because you naturally seek harmony and emotional clarity, it becomes important not to let anxiety create stories that pull you away from your intuition. Doubts about love, timing, or personal progress may feel louder during these days, but they are not the full truth of your reality. Much of what feels delayed or absent is actually preparing space for something deeper to emerge. The Hangman brings a message about perspective, surrender, and emotional understanding. You may have felt suspended between decisions or caught in repeating emotional patterns within love, family, or work situations. These next 2 days ask you to pause instead of forcing movement before clarity is ready. By loosening your grip on old expectations and allowing yourself to see things differently, you create room for a stronger and more peaceful way forward. The wheel of fortune begins turning in your favor, bringing the feeling that a long-awaited shift is finally beginning to move. Libra, the quiet effort you have carried behind the scenes is now meeting divine timing in a meaningful and undeniable way. Situations that once felt uncertain, delayed, or outside your control slowly begin opening into opportunity, emotional expansion, and forward movement. What once seemed invisible or distant may suddenly begin revealing itself far faster than you expected. This energy strongly points toward destiny, aligning around love, purpose, and personal growth. A powerful transition feels close now, creating the sense that certain pieces of your life are finally settling into their proper place. The Empress follows with an energy of emotional abundance, creativity, attraction, comfort, and renewal. If you have been emotionally exhausted or spiritually drained, these next days carry the promise of restoration and softer, nurturing energy returning to you again. You are becoming more aligned with what truly belongs in your life, naturally attracting people, experiences, and opportunities that reflect your value more honestly. The Death card does not speak of painful endings, but of deep transformation and emotional release. Old fears, stagnant cycles, unhealthy attachments, and limiting beliefs begin clearing away at their roots. This process has been unfolding quietly for some time, and now it approaches a major turning point that creates space for renewal and emotional freedom. For Libra, this energy feels like finally releasing the pressure of trying to hold everything together for everyone else. Something that has weighed heavily on your spirit, whether emotional, personal, or situational, begins losing its power over you. Space opens for lighter energy, greater peace, and a calmer connection with yourself. Justice arrives as a strong reminder that balance is returning where imbalance once existed, especially in relationships, responsibilities, and emotional exchanges. This card supports fairness, karmic resolution, and the reward of integrity. Situations involving contracts, misunderstandings, emotional imbalance, or unresolved matters may now begin moving toward clarity and truth. What once felt unequal gradually shifts toward reciprocity, honesty, and healthier communication. In love, this may appear as deeper accountability, more balanced effort, and a stronger understanding between two people learning how to meet each other halfway. Trust that unseen forces are helping protect what is genuinely meant for you. Temperance brings patience, emotional healing, and integration, gently guiding extremes into something calmer and more sustainable. Someone connected to you may still be healing emotionally before fully stepping closer, especially in romantic matters. This card reminds you that real balance is created slowly through moderation, emotional awareness, and trust in timing instead of urgency. Situations that once seemed delayed may actually be strengthening beneath the surface, so stronger foundations can form. A meaningful connection continues growing through patience, emotional honesty, and mutual understanding, rather than pressure or force. The world closes this part of the message with fulfillment, completion, and the beginning of an entirely new chapter. A cycle that once carried confusion and emotional heaviness now reaches a point of expansion, celebration, and personal growth. Libra, your efforts begin leading toward tangible fulfillment in love, healing, and the goals you have continued nurturing despite uncertainty. This energy carries the realization that you are ready to step into a broader and more aligned version of your life. You are being asked to recognize what you truly want and move toward it with greater confidence and emotional clarity. What once felt impossible now begins feeling closer and far more real. When it comes to health, your emotional state remains deeply connected to your physical well-being during these days. Carrying tension for too long, overthinking situations repeatedly, or holding dissatisfaction inside may eventually begin expressing itself through exhaustion in the body. Listen carefully to the signals your body has been sending before burnout forces you to slow down completely. Sometimes healing returns through simple things like fresh air, quiet movement, deeper rest, or allowing yourself a peaceful evening without pressure. Your well-being is supported not only through healthy routines, but also through the kindness you extend toward yourself emotionally. Nourishing foods, restorative sleep, emotional support, time in nature, and moments of stillness become especially important for you now. In work and responsibilities, you may feel as though too much has been resting on your shoulders lately. There is a tendency to believe that if you stop managing everything personally, something important could fall apart. Yet these next 2 days remind you that you were never meant to carry every burden alone. There are people, systems, and supportive energies around you that are capable of helping more than you realize. Allowing others to contribute does not weaken your value or your capability. In fact, learning when to release excess responsibility is part of becoming wiser, healthier, and more emotionally balanced. Focus your energy more intentionally, set clearer boundaries, and stop pouring yourself equally into every demand around you. Once you begin protecting your emotional space more carefully, many things will begin settling into place more naturally. Most importantly, when work is finished, allow yourself to disconnect emotionally as well. Do not carry workplace tension, unfinished conversations, or anxiety about future responsibilities into every hour of your evening. If you never mentally step away from those pressures, your mind will continue working long after your body has stopped. Your emotional balance now depends on creating separation between responsibility and rest. For those searching for work, these days may feel mentally tiring at moments, but promising movement is still unfolding beneath the surface. Opportunities connected to past effort may begin appearing in ways that feel surprisingly aligned with your long-term direction. Financially, the energies around you point toward greater stability and gradual growth. Support from professional contacts, authority figures, or unexpected allies may help open doors that once seemed unavailable. Prosperity during this period comes less through dramatic luck and more through patience, intelligent decisions, and opportunities that grow steadily over time. A reimbursement, helpful agreement, or financial opportunity may begin producing reassuring results. As Mercury retrograde continues influencing finances, review important details carefully and avoid unnecessary risks. This caution is not here to block abundance, but to strengthen it by helping you avoid avoidable setbacks. Real abundance begins flowing more naturally when you stop viewing yourself through fear or scarcity and begin recognizing your own value more honestly. Delayed financial matters or unresolved situations could finally begin moving forward more smoothly, bringing relief and empowerment. Opportunities connected to networking, partnerships, or collaborative ideas may become especially important during these next days. What you are building now carries the potential to become stable, meaningful, and long-lasting, rather than temporary excitement. In love, your heart longs for emotional safety, understanding, and genuine presence. There is a quiet desire within you to feel understood without constantly explaining yourself, and to feel supported without repeatedly asking for reassurance. However, if fear, loneliness, or emotional insecurity begin taking control, you may misunderstand the intentions of someone who truly cares about you. Sometimes what feels like distance is simply another person expressing love differently than you expected. Learn to notice the quieter ways people show affection, loyalty, and devotion. Some people love through consistency, quiet support, and simply remaining beside you even when nothing dramatic is being said out loud. Some people express love quietly through consistency, presence and loyalty that never needs constant recognition to remain genuine. Over these next 2 days, try not to fall too deeply into suspicion or emotional over-analysis, because pushing for reassurance too strongly can unintentionally create distance where closeness was already beginning to grow naturally. Love tends to flourish when both people feel emotionally free rather than weighed down by expectations or pressure. When you allow yourself to speak honestly from the heart, instead of trying to control every outcome, your relationships gain space to deepen in a more natural and meaningful way. The imperfections you notice in another person are not proof that something is broken between you. They are simply part of the human experience two people learn to navigate together over time. If you are single, these energies suggest that a meaningful emotional opportunity may slowly begin unfolding around you. Someone already on your mind may continue awakening feelings of curiosity, tenderness, and emotional interest in ways that feel difficult to ignore. The most important thing right now is authenticity. Do not reshape yourself just to meet someone else's expectations, because real connection grows strongest when you allow yourself to be fully seen without performance or emotional masks. When another person sees the real version of you, something sincere and emotionally beautiful has room to develop naturally. Family dynamics also begin shifting toward a calmer and more supportive direction during this period. Libra, long-standing emotional tensions or unresolved family situations may finally begin moving toward understanding and closure. The relief that comes from releasing emotional heaviness allows warmer bonds and stronger support systems to form around you. Conversations become more open and honest, helping old misunderstandings soften through sincerity and emotional vulnerability. Matters involving home, family responsibilities, or property may still require patience and careful handling, but fairness and balance remain strongly supported. Loved ones may come together more easily around shared goals, creating greater unity and emotional appreciation within the family environment. If concern for someone close to you has been sitting heavily on your heart, positive movement may soon begin bringing reassurance and comfort. Emotional bonds strengthen most when people stop pretending they must always appear strong and instead allow themselves to be seen honestly. The healing unfolding within family life confirms that your efforts to create peace and understanding truly matter more than you realize. In terms of your energy, stability continues building gradually over these next 2 days. The calmer and more centered your mindset remains, the more positively it will affect both your emotional well-being and daily performance. Avoid forcing yourself to move faster than necessary because your natural rhythm matters more right now than outside expectations. One of your greatest strengths during this period is your ability to bring humor, warmth, and emotional softness into difficult moments. Never underestimate the healing power of a genuine smile or a moment of laughter shared at exactly the right time. Your ability to soften tension with grace becomes an emotional anchor, not only for yourself, but also for the people around you. At the same time, be careful not to drift too far into idealism or unrealistic thinking. Mercury's influence may heighten your imagination and creativity, which can become incredibly valuable when balanced with grounded decisions and practical awareness. Dreams and fantasies can absolutely inspire you, but they should not become your only guide when making emotional or financial choices. Look carefully at what is directly in front of you, because there is beauty, meaning, and truth there too. Be especially mindful of impulsive reactions during these days, because not every feeling or sudden impression reflects the full reality of a situation. Emotional maturity asks you to pause, observe carefully, and think clearly before responding. For students, your imagination and creativity feel especially active right now, making this a strong period for presentations, writing projects, artistic ideas, and innovative approaches to learning. However, this same energy can become distracting if it is not directed carefully and consistently. Set clear goals for yourself, break responsibilities into manageable stages, and avoid overwhelming yourself with unnecessary pressure around deadlines. These next 2 days are excellent for improving your study habits and discovering learning methods that feel both effective and emotionally engaging. This period is also supportive for re-evaluating the way you organize information and approach personal growth overall. Ask yourself honestly whether you are truly making the best use of the opportunities and tools already available to you. Sometimes, a small adjustment in perspective or routine can create meaningful improvement much faster than expected. Reflecting on yourself without harsh judgment allows growth to happen in a healthier and more sustainable way. In terms of compatibility, these energies flow especially well between you and Taurus, Aquarius, and Gemini. Taurus brings grounding energy and practical insight, especially in situations connected to communication, finances, networking, or public opportunities. Aquarius inspires creativity, movement, and fresh ideas, helping collaborations feel exciting, productive, and emotionally motivating. Gemini energy becomes especially valuable through honesty and perspective. So if someone connected to this sign offers advice or a viewpoint you had not considered before, try to listen openly because they may help you recognize something important. Libra, this message for June 4th and 5th now comes gently to a close, and I truly appreciate you spending this time here with me. Thank you for allowing yourself space for emotional reflection, spiritual connection, and greater inner clarity. If this video brought you comfort, insight, or reassurance in any way, don't forget to leave a like, because your support helps these messages continue reaching people who may need them too. And if you would like to continue receiving daily guidance, energetic insight, and spiritual encouragement, you can subscribe and turn on notifications to remain connected with this growing community. Thank you once again for being here and sharing your energy today. I'm sending you warmth, encouragement, and positive intentions as you move through these next 2 days. May the universe continue guiding you toward emotional balance, deeper clarity, and the kind of peace that truly feels like home within yourself.